It's time for the Jesse T Show. Good to be back with you, the Brown Beauty. That's me, Jesse T, on the air and everywhere, and we are everywhere tonight. We are in the beautiful city of Studio City, California, and the reason why we're here is because we're hungry. We need to eat something. We haven't eaten all day long. We're like starving little children here. So we need to eat something. So we decided to pick a great place to eat on Ventura Boulevard, located at 11940 Ventura Boulevard. TERASUSHI. They've been around here 25 years, guys. You got to come down here because it is just terrific. The gang down here has got just a beautiful place to eat and romance and drink some sake and eat some fish and do all that good stuff. And it's a terrific place. You got a waterfall in the back. It's a nice patio. I mean, you go back there. It's kind of cool tonight. That's why we're not out there tonight. But you go back there and a different world from Ventura Boulevard. It's really nice. And the place is, they've been around, as I said, for 25 years. So, you know, that's the test of time about a good restaurant. That restaurant is a restaurant that has got a lot of good patronage, and because the food's good. Right? And it's quick and it's efficient, it fills you up and it makes you feel good. But we're also here for a very specific reason, because we call it dancing. No, that's the other show.
We could dance though.
We could dance on it. Yeah, we could dance on it. We could dance on the table. No, they wouldn't want to see me dance on the table, coyote style. No, I don't think that would work real good. Mama T might get mad at me if I strip down to the sparkly speedos. You know, that's a private thing. I better watch out. Brenda Banda is in the house with me to my left. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Now, Brenda is a terrific actress, and we call this show and segment of the Jesse T Show right here called Dining with the Stars. And this is a star right here. She has been in so many terrific stage performances, New York City, Central Park, started her own theater groups. You know, she has just really been working like a maniac in the last 4, 5, 6 years. So it's terrific that you have a few moments of time to spend some quality time and eat some food now, and it's part of your diet because you are vegan, so we got some special vegan food for you, and we appreciate you stopping by here on Dining with the Stars.
Listen, I love food. I love talking. This is perfect.
Well, you know, I told her I just might as well leave. She's a whole lot prettier than I am. I mean, what the heck, you know, you can have a show. I'm out of here. You know, I got better things to do. Oh, no, I don't, because if I go home, I got to paint the house and mow the lawn and clean the car, so I don't. No, I'm not crying. I have a little eye thing going on here, so from time to time, I'm going to be wiping the right eye, but anyway, just to let you know, no, it's nothing that bad. But it's good to have you here because I know you're very busy, and we're going to talk about all the exciting things. This woman's got some exciting things coming up that are just fantastic, tying in with the new technologies and can I say Netflix? But I can't say anything more. I promised I wouldn't say anything more. What can I tell you? But before we do that, let's get some food on this table, baby. Yeah. So Patricia, come on in here. Patricia's our fine waitress here at TERASUSHI, and she's going to give us some food. You got to tell us what we're eating because I have no idea what we're eating.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so she's coming off stage here, and she's going to kind of come in here, and she's going to do it for us right. Okay, all right. So what's this?
Chicken teriyaki with some extra sauce.
Oh, wow, I like
And
that.
we've got your Buddha's Garden.
Yay!
Nice.
Our vegetarian roll.
Nice.
Got some miso soup for both of you.
Okay. Okay.
So careful, it's pretty hot.
Yes.
Some rice for your meal. And
Yep.
then, of course, some edamame.
Yay!
Edamame.
And then these are the...
Wait a minute, that sounds like something I do on a Sunday night.
Oh Lord, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what these are. I'm going to let you figure that out for everybody.
I don't know.
You guys enjoy. Anything else I can get you right now?
Oh Lord, I'm getting in trouble already.
Thank you so
Oh
much.
my goodness
All right,
gracious.
guys, enjoy.
Thank you for the wonderful food, Patricia. Appreciate that here at TERASUSHI on Ventura Boulevard at 11940. They're sponsoring the Jesse T Show tonight. So, do you like sushi? Do you like Japanese food?
I love Japanese food. As a matter of fact, what's her name again?
That's Patricia.
Patricia, is hot pot a part of Japanese food? Like when you cook it in water, is that Japanese? Like shabu shabu?
Yeah, I think that's a different kind of Japanese.
But it is Japanese.
Yes.
That's what my favorite.
Don't
Right.
quote me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm like 95%.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
let's go ahead and say that. Possibly
Okay.
people can look it up. They bring you those very thin sliced
Right.
meats and vegetables, and you cook it in the hot pot of the water that's boiling.
Right.
And they give you different sauces to dip it in and rice.
So it's like a buffet kind of thing.
And you know,
Yeah,
I
the
told
best.
you I like to eat.
Yes, I guess you do.
You
I
just
mean,
pay one fee and you keep getting up as many things that you
Wow,
want.
I like that. Well, you know, the good thing about this food, it's healthy because
Yeah.
there's a lot of vegetable based,
Yeah.
and there's not a lot of inflammatory minerals that go into you.
That's right.
And you know, inflammation causes sickness and stuff. So that's what we got to do. Our food out here is not so good anymore.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, I'm as old as Moses, so I remember when we actually were out there hunting our food, right, with bows and
Wow,
arrows. But,
yeah.
But you're just a youngster.
Oh, bless you.
But one of the things about Japanese culture and Japanese food is that everything is so organized.
Yeah.
You've got the rice, you've got a bowl for this, you have a bowl for that, and a bowl for the, I'm not going to say that because I'm going to get myself in trouble again.
Edamame.
Yeah, edamame. Edamame, baby. That's right. Yes. Uh-huh. Lord. A Buddha garden roll? Now, what is usually in that?
Well, it drew my attention just because the name,
Mm-hmm.
and it has a lot of avocado and eggplant. I love eggplant.
I love eggplant. I like that. But you have to help me do something.
What?
How the heck do you break these things apart without breaking the sticks?
You know what? I do pride myself in this. So you just
Okay.
got away so
Okay.
it doesn't pop in your face.
All right.
And then you gotta do this to the little shavings.
Man, you got it down.
Yeah. Oh,
I like that.
I told you.
See, I'm used to eating tacos and burritos shoved in my
Hey,
face, right?
Those are great too.
I know they
Those
are.
are fantastic.
And so, you know, it's like a surgeon here. You have to be able
Yeah.
to do this. So let's see if I
got
can
it.
if I can do this.
Ooh, you got it.
All right.
And thank God that's sticky, because otherwise, you know, if it was Mexican rice, it'd be one grain at a time. It's a great diet.
It'd be on my table, would be on my shirt. It would be everywhere. But you know, the nice thing about eating is that other than, you know, eating is fun. Eating, you know,
It
fills
is
you up.
fun.
But it's fun. It's fun. Eating is a fun thing to do.
It is. It is. And it has become entertainment, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has, and it's also a joining of people. You know, you can not know somebody and go to a restaurant or something, and like TERASUSHI here, and you can meet people and enjoy their company while they're eating and talk about the different
Yeah.
things, especially when you sit at the bar.
Yeah.
Because the bar in a lot of Japanese restaurants are like that.
Yeah. It's like you get to talk. You become so friendly, especially with a little sake.
Yeah. Well, you like sake?
No, not really, but I'll do it. But
Oh,
I don't
you know
really. I don't
something?
really drink, but
Back in 1989, 1990, I had a group called the Movement, and Tone Loc and Young MC and all kinds of groups. But
wow.
we went to with the Movement and Miranda. We went to Tokyo and we performed in the Tokyo Dome there, and that was the first time in '89 that I ever tried sushi. Because sushi kind of came around in the 70s, way before you were, you know, born. But it kind of came around in the 70s. And the only logic about sushi that I had was the fact that, you know, it was a good place to meet pretty girls.
hey, there's different priorities.
What can I tell you? You know, when you're 20 years old, right? 19 years old, right?
Motivation.
But when I went to Tokyo,
Yeah.
I don't remember the sushi because I had way too much sake.
Really?
Bottle after bottle of sake.
But at least did you enjoy the sake?
I enjoyed the sake a lot, but the next day,
It's really smooth, yes?
yeah, it's very smooth.
Light and
when it's
crisp.
warm,
Yeah.
you know, when it's
you don't
nice.
even feel it going down. That's like really good tequila.
Oh,
Centenario.
oh yeah. Oh,
Centenario tequila just goes down like warm water. You don't even get that like kickback. It's
No,
just like
no.
soothing.
no,
Just like the Aztecs intended.
Look, I used to get the cheap stuff, so you know what can I tell you, man? That stuff kicks you. But
Yeah.
so tell me a little bit about your start
Come back then?
in acting, and
my gosh.
and tell me. Let's go back sometime now. Talk a little bit about that.
Okay, so as far as back as I can remember, when I was really, really young, I mean, I was born here, but my family, we moved back to Mexico when I was really, not even before my first year, probably. So I remember being 4 years old, and I used to watch the telenovelas. And there was
Did
one,
you ever see Eric Estrada on them?
I didn't meet Eric Estrada on the television until here. I was like 14 when Dos Mujeres Un Camino came
Yeah,
out.
right. Because he had to go back. He had to go to South America and Mexico to work
Yeah.
after Chips.
I do remember watching him on Chips though. That was my introduction to him. But I used to watch Amor de Nadie or something like that, and Lucia Mendez and Yuri used to be on that. They were the two pop stars and actresses. So my first dream was to be a singer. And I used to
Really?
I used to go to my
But
backyard.
you were in a banda band.
I was in a Spanish rock band.
How does that? You got the same last name as the music
Like
that's
the music,
popular
I
today.
know. I looked it up.
And it's amazing.
Well, yeah. First of all, it's a Spanish last name, so the Spanish got around, so
Right,
that's
right.
how we got that. But there are bandas in parts of Africa.
Really?
Yeah, I looked up the name banda and what it means. Of course, it's a band of misfits or a band of music.
Gypsies or a band of
Yeah, but my whole name Brenda Banda means it can translate to ring of fire.
Oh well, yeah. I can see that.
I'm gonna go with that because it also translates to stinky hair. And I'm gonna
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna go with it. No, it smells really
No,
good.
your hair is not stinky. Okay. That sort of reminds me of those commercials you hear about the plumbers. Stinky butt. Right?
Oh my God.
Mike Diamond is the best, but right, absolutely no. But
yeah.
so you got started by watching other people that interested.
Inspired me, and I would go into my backyard. We used to have this mound of dirt and rocks, and I would just get on there and pretend I was singing to millions of people. And singing was my first passion. That was my first dream. I got into the band and realized, no, we don't know what we're doing. So I'm like, they don't write their own songs. Whose music is this? Am I going to get in trouble? I don't really know what I'm doing. So I was like, I'm going to go to community college and take some singing lessons. And then
Where'd you go? What school?
Cerritos College. Cerritos College in Artesia. And I was taking these very serious music classes. And then I saw a posting for musical theater, Anything Goes. They were having
Wow.
So I thought, I'm going to audition. And I got into the ensemble, and it's been 23 years straight. 2020, because I did some stuff in high school, but haven't stopped since. Did my own theater company, produced.
Is singing still a passion for you? Do you sing as much as you wanted to when you were a kid?
That's a good
Did
question.
that kind of turn out for something for you?
Well, yes. I feel like singing, I think that singers and singing, especially like when I hear opera singers, I'm like, that must be the most freeing thing you can do with yourself, like your spirit just. But I've had moments on stage where I'm performing, and I've been on stage by myself doing a monologue, and I'll tell you that felt like singing.
Same thing, right?
It felt like singing. It felt like this moment of like, out of my body, I'm free.
A monologue, you're up there by yourself. You have nobody else. I mean, that's a part of the theater production or a part of the film if you get a big piece of script to read that all focuses on you. How does that make you feel?
Well, I'm sure the first time that was petrifying. The first time I stepped on stage, I remember my first line was, "Here's your coffee, sir." Black, like I like my men or something. That was literally the line. Right. And I'm like handing the coffee on stage, and I was shaking, and I left, and I was sweating. I had sweat all over here. It was exhilarating. So
Manji,
thank you. And
That's Italian, by the way.
Yes.
Yes,
And since I teach kids now, I feel like that's the safest way to face a fear. It's like you're always out there in the hands of God, as they say, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
So actors train in danger. You're in danger. You're training to be in danger.
When I was 15 years old, no, I was 12, I saw Edward James Olmos in Zoot Suit. The Pachucos, right? Now, like you went to San Fernando High School, right? So, look, I went to Poly High School down the street many years before you, but George Lopez went to San Fernando High School. He graduated a year after me.
Oh my God. I have a story about that, yes. But yes.
Yeah, okay. And we used to cruise Truman Street in the mall there, the back. And
wait, the Panorama Mall?
No.
That was a little
Truman Street in the city of San Fernando. Where the mall is at. That was on Sunday nights. We used to go down to Whittier Boulevard and cruise there too. And we used to go, of course, to Van Nuys Boulevard, the behemoth, the big mama of cruising, right? That was the place to be. But when I saw, at 12 years old, I was into fast cars, right? Big engines and big tires and smoke on the tires, right? But when I saw Zoot Suit Pachuco, my mom and dad took me there. I was just amazed at how he just moved, and how he moved his hands, Edward J. Olmos, and how he walked so sexy and subtle and smooth. You talk about Chardin, smooth operator, and that stuck in my head all the way till I interviewed him, a couple of times, mostly recently, up at the Skirball Center, and we talked a little bit about that. Acting on stage can really affect the audience. Have you ever felt that something that you did, that response that the audience gave to you, how does that make you feel as a performer?
Listen, I think that theater is a form of shamanism. I think that it is ritual. I mean, when you do ritual, as far as I'm talking not like for the Wiccans and people who do spells or limpias or whatever, there's a sense of witnessing that needs to happen, and this goes back to ancient times with all ancient people, Latinos, if you're African American, from all the way from Africa. It's a witnessing of a storytelling. So it's almost like the macro world becomes micro, and you become the observer in quantum physics, they call it. And the transformation happens because we're all one, right? So if you relate to the story, you're able to see yourself in the story, but other people at the same time, and it creates consciousness.
Do you ever have this feeling that you leave your body and you watch yourself while you're doing what you're doing? It's called an IMP, an IMP. In NLP, it's a separation from your body where it kind of sits on your shoulder and you watch yourself. Do you ever have that feeling?
Yeah, that time that I felt like I was, like this must be what singers feel like. I was doing a monologue and I was doing it at the same time I was away from me watching, and I looked at my body and how I was stretched out for the blocking.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, this is the life.
That's it. That's it for you, right? That's it.
Like, wow.
I'm not working at J.C. Penney's, man. That's it. I'm not going to law school to be a lawyer, and I'm not going to play soccer because I don't want to get smashed in the face with a goal.
That's true.
Right? You did play soccer though at San Fernando High School.
Yeah, it was with a purpose.
But were you like the crashing into people like rugby style soccer?
That's how I played it. I was the defense, and I didn't even know all the terms because what happened was a bunch of us girls who stayed after school one day. I think I missed the bus. I was supposed to take the bus because I was bused out there. And we created a club and we're like, let's play some soccer. This all stemmed out from my Spanish AP class. And we started questioning our teacher. I forget his name right now, but we were like, why isn't there a soccer team for women? He's like, I don't know. Maybe you should find out. And I and this other friend of mine, she wrote up a proposal, and we met with the principal, and I was the one that was the spokesperson. And I spoke.
Of course.
I spoke for
You're
us.
taking over the Jesse T show. You like to eat and you like to talk. This is making my job easy.
That's right. And you know what the principal said?
What?
He said nobody wants to watch women get hurt. That was his response.
You know something? Women's soccer today in America is what is blazing the trail for all the youth and children, both boys and girls, to watch soccer. My daughter is a professional athlete.
Oh, really?
She played at the World Cup. She's a Chilean national soccer goalie.
What?
She's dual citizenship, and she played at the World Cup in France. She's a goalie.
Oh my
She's one of the
God.
best in the world. And she's going to the Olympics and qualifying for the Olympic
Oh
run
my
in Japan this year.
God.
So when you guys we were talking a little bit about soccer, I kept my mouth shut. But yeah,
That's amazing.
she's Ryan Torrero.
Oh
and,
my gosh.
And she's taking the head shots and she's taking the ball shots. But she's an alpha female.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you gotta be.
I'm telling you something, guys. There's something about alpha women, alpha female. You will have the best relationship in your life if you find an alpha female and let her be herself and just be yourself, but be secure in your soul. Let her be. I'm telling you, you will have the best relationship with an alpha female.
I love that. Meanwhile, I've been single for 8 years.
So, look, I'm going to say, come on, all right? I want a 10% cut for the first 5 years of the marriage, okay?
Oh my
10%.
God.
All right, 5%. Okay, 2.5%. Jesus, man, I can't get nothing for nothing anymore.
I think you're absolutely right about that.
No, yeah.
It is intimidating, I think.
It is for a lot of men. This is why the millennial generation, I suppose that's what you are.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm guessing. It doesn't really matter. Gen X or millennial. This is why marriage is taking longer and longer to find that special somebody for both men and women.
Yeah.
Is because you're raised in a different climate, different culture, different world, different people, different mores, different ethics. But so many men in America today are intimidated by women who say, "Look you better take your hand off me, or she can get right across." Okay? I mean, I taught my daughter how to fight when she was a kid, and she's had to use that right hook.
Oh man.
Okay, right? So
Yeah.
a couple of times.
Oh, man.
But what I'm saying is that sports, like theater
Same thing.
and music, it gives you a sense of self.
And
Doesn't
authority
it?
over yourself.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really important for women to that authority over themselves.
Yeah.
And it creates a knowledge of self-awareness and a knowledge of self that helps with confidence and not taking BS, you know?
Right.
You have to be, especially if it's something that it's like you're competitive and you have to, you know, like if you're an artist, you have to compete with other artists for positions. You know, I don't like to think it's competition with other people, but in the reality,
No, it
for a
is.
spot, you know?
Yeah.
And you have to believe that you're good enough. You have to believe that you have to know what you're lacking in to train. So it takes a lot of awareness.
What was the most intimidating thing when you were first starting out that you had to get over, or that you had to really study on, or that you really had to overtrain on? What was one of the
My
most
diction.
intimidating? The diction.
My diction.
Really?
I was really terrible. You couldn't understand me. I mean, I grew up in South Central. That's the hood.
Yeah, Central Los Angeles now.
And-
Hey, look, I was at K-Day between 1983 and 1992 on the air. You know, Jesse T show on 58.
1992?
Yeah,
Oh,
I brought
right.
hip hop. I was one of the OG guys that brought hip hop to the world.
Oh, really?
Yes, and that was South Central LA.
That's my hood.
And that's where the Crips and Bloods and the shootings
Yeah.
and drive-bys. I remember all that started.
Yeah.
And I was the only guy who wasn't black on the air. I was
Yeah.
there. Look, I was their token Mexican. You know. I don't mind filling a quota. Okay. As long as you pay me,
Exactly.
you can play me, baby. Okay. You can do anything you want with me, but just don't call me to do your dishes.
Oh, man. True.
Cause I don't do dishes.
I don't either.
I do dishes in trash cans.
I actually love doing the dishes. It's so.
Do you really?
It's a meditation.
Really?
The water.
I got lots of
stuff.
dishes at home.
Well, you have to pay me.
Oh, it's too expensive.
But yeah.
But, so diction was your Achilles heel.
It was my Achilles heel, and I had to train a lot, and it just took me a long time to get. It's interesting because it took me a long time. This is what's sad, but it took me a long time to get rid of my accent, and I'm sure if people are watching, they're not going to believe that I'm from South Central because you know there's a way people talk from
Yeah.
South Central. So you have to remove it to work, but now I'm like, I love being from South Central. Like if there's any flag that I flag for myself more than anything,
That's where your home is.
It's
Come
where
on,
I
you
grew
gotta
up
be proud of your home.
man,
No
I
matter
tell
what
you,
it is.
Yeah, and because it taught me to see the beauty in what others considered ugly.
That's a great quote. In fact, you got some really good, cool quotes that I like. You're writing a book
On theater and how it helps you heal.
on how it helps you heal.
How it helps
You know,
you past trauma.
you think about that. Yeah, that makes sense because if you had some trauma or tragedy in your life, and you got to speak about it. You got to get it out of your soul, otherwise it vegetates and rots, right? So theater does. That's actually a great premise. Very good. I like that idea.
Actors are prepped. Actors, especially, I don't know all the arts, but I know that as an actor, you are primed and prepped to understand how your psyche works,
Right.
subconscious, the spirit, and how you need to move to heal.
I think theater is the best place to train. So many actors today don't, on the West Coast here, we don't have a lot of theater. When I was coming up as an actor, Melrose Avenue was equity waiver theater on both sides of the street for all far as you can see. Now it's just haberdasheries and boutiques and stuff like that. But there wasn't a lot of quality big house theater, equity theater. And I think that's the best training. And you took a shot at New York, didn't you?
Well, New York took a shot at us.
Tell me about that.
But we produced a show with Seth Rosenfeld, and we produced his play, and he had a friend who runs summer stage in New York. Came to watch it when he was here, loved it, and decided to put it up at Marcus Garvey and at Central Park. And months before that, I had dreams of, like, I'd never been to New York, and I had dreams of directing, and literally took from that time like 4 months for the offer to come. And there I was that same year on my way to New York directing. It was a dream come true.
Yeah.
All my dreams are coming true.
If you can conceive it,
Yeah.
and you can believe it,
Yeah. True.
you can achieve it,
True.
right?
True. And I think it's important to see what you've already achieved in order to get further, because we like to forget our blessings, because you get a high of 5 seconds and it's done.
You know what I'm doing this year?
Yeah.
I get those little post-its, you know, you write on and stick on your wall and stuff. What I do is every day, something good happened to me every day in my life. No matter what happens bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Something good. But we as humans only remember what happens bad because for whatever reasons, that's how we're wired. Okay, but we forget about the good things that happen just as much as the bad things that happen. So what I do is I write every day, I write one good thing that happened to me that day, and I put it in a cookie jar. And at the end of the year, I'll have 365 good things that happened to me that day. Go back, read them, put them in an envelope, and then start over the next year. So when I'm 90, I can give to my grandkids.
Oh my God.
And they can see what Dad was doing and how he felt about himself in relationship to his world in a positive way. How about that?
I love that. The day that I got the booking for Netflix, I videotaped myself right after.
As an actress growing up and a singer and stuff, did you ever think that you were going to be a part of all these stage groups and all these theaters groups that you started? I mean, wow.
No, but the necessity, right? The mother of all invention.
And you have one that you're doing now, aren't you? That you're associated with very closely.
The theater company?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I co-founded that with my friend Paul Tully.
I'm really hungry because I'm using food.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we just finished the production. It was called Motherfucker with the Hat.
I like that motherfucker with the hat. That's right.
So nice to
You know,
say
when
that.
she said BS, I was going to say bird shit. But it's actually bullshit. It could be all kinds of shit. I don't know. This is live, so the motherfucker with the hat is fine with
I
me.
didn't even ask if I could curse.
I don't care. You can do all you want. Get up on the table and dance for me.
We'll make more money.
Look, as long as you all will throw 20s at me.
You said you're wearing studded underwear.
Yeah, man, I am. Yeah. You know what Burt Ward told me?
What?
Batman, Robin just got a star on Hollywood Walk of Fame, and thousands of people were out there. So Burt Ward told me, I said, hey, Burt, I've known him a long time. I said, come on, man. Did you stuff it? Right?
Yes.
Did you and Adam West
Yes.
stuff it? I mean, and he goes, no, they made me tape it back because it was too big.
Oh, Bert.
And I went, when he said that, I thought of Bert and Ernie on Sesame Street.
Oh my
Immediately,
God,
right on
no.
blood. Right, and I said, he goes, and Adam? Oh no, Adam used to puff it out even more. And I went,
Boys. This
Boys
is a
will be
boys
boys.
conversation. Oh,
that is a
boy.
boys
I love it.
yeah, well, you got me sidetracked.
Competition.
Motherfucker with a hat got me sidetracked.
Listen, I understand. By growing up, I grew up with a lot of dudes. I get it.
Excuse me, are you just cold or is that a hat on your cover? Oh gosh.
It's your wife that's calling.
I know.
Probably like,
Look, I'm in the doghouse.
behave.
Actually, my daughter's going to Chile tomorrow morning to start qualifying for the Olympics.
Man.
And so we're sending a go-away party tonight.
That's so exciting.
Oh, she's a wonderful
I
woman.
sit and I watch the Olympics and I'm like, there's nothing better. That's spirit, body, mind.
Yeah.
Everything.
So when you got this Netflix thing, since you brought it up, since you got this Netflix thing, and can you tell the name of the show that's going to be?
I can.
Are you able to do that?
I can say
don't do
anything.
anything. You can't.
Thank you.
Can't tell anybody.
Thank you.
Tell me. Okay. Oh no! Really? Oh, who's in it? Tell me something. Can you get me on the set?
Yeah.
This is really cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
Seriously, tell me what you can tell me about what, because this started on YouTube.
Yeah, it was a web series.
Yeah.
It's called Gentified.
Gentified, like gentrified.
Yeah, like gentrified. It's called Gentified.
Can you tell me what it's about? Are you able to do that?
Well, like the title, it says, it's a spin on gentrification, but it's Gentified. So it's about changing community that is affecting the people in the community, and I play one of the people that is closely related or in friendship with that community.
So I read somewhere, and you tell me if I can't, or hit me in the head with the sticks, because I sometimes will put my foot in my mouth. But I read somewhere that it was about East LA, and something about a restaurant, and something about how the neighborhood is changing from the East LA I used to know, Whittier, Montebello, and Boyle Heights, and all those areas is changing so dramatically.
Yes, that sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Yes.
But that's happening through all of our culture now in Los Angeles. You know,
It is.
and I think it's a great topic because it just shows diversity banging into other diversity, and you have to deal with that kind of stuff.
Yes, and what I really like about this show is that it's very smartly it's showing a lot of sides that you might not be seeing. And in fairness, in life, there's 2 sides, 3 sides, you know, who's responsible, you know, and we all have responsibility in life, you know, and that's smart conversation to me, when you can say, it's your fault? No. When you can say, there's a problem, how am I responsible? Because you can't change the world by blaming it and telling other people. That's control freakism. And we Americans are big. It's control freakism.
Oh, say freakism again. I like that word. Yeah. God. Okay. Want to fight today?
I'm going to be training. I'll come back.
Okay. Yeah, Bacham Doso. It's double-edged blades, right? Yeah, that's what I need. But that, you know, when you got cast for that part, way back on the YouTube. Now, they can see the old stuff on YouTube, can't they?
I think so. I was just talking about that. I never looked at the footage. I never, because I didn't want to get an idea in my head. But I think you can look it up.
But when you got this, when you walked in and you got the size, you got the read, or whatever you had to do to get the job to read.
Yeah.
Did you hit it? Did it hit it? Did you walk out of there feeling like, man, I pegged that?
Well, it was like I had to tape myself first, and I had a friend, my friend Paul Tully, who I co-founded the theater company with. He helped me craft it and put it together. And I remember saying, and we were just dying laughing. It was very funny. To me, it was a very funny character. And remember, we were done with it, and remember, we looked at each other and I said, Can you imagine if I actually got this role? If I was getting paid to do this, if this was my living? And he was like, man, he's like, I think you have a really good chance. And I was like, well, we'll see. Then I got the call back. That felt great. The energy in the room.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, and it was a chemistry read actually. I went in there, talked a bunch of people.
Yeah.
It was so good to see people of color in a callback.
Well, that's happening now. Hollywood has changed, and Latinos across the board in all fabric of the industry, from executives down to people that are putting the sets together and the actors and behind in front of the camera. It's changing. But I read a book. I read a book about 2 years ago, and it said brown is the new white in America.
I'm pretty light.
Yeah, I am too.
I thought I was darker than I am, but I'm pretty light.
I'm really light too. I'm the whitest Mexican in the world. So
No, you said that.
I say it all the time. I don't know why I say it all the time.
So why do they say that?
I don't know. I just made it up.
No, in the book.
It's an interesting book because the demographics of America are changed because of both legal and illegal immigration. And I have a political point of view about that. We won't get into that. But nevertheless, the bottom line is there are people here that are changing the surname of America. In other words, they're just having more babies on Saturday night than the white folks.
Listen.
Okay?
Listen.
You gotta make some babies, everybody.
Yes.
Right? See, because the average Latino family from Mexico makes 5 babies per family. The average American family, Caucasian, historically 200 years in this country, makes 2, now 1. You see, so it's mathematics.
It's the silent protesting that nobody will ever tell you that it works. Who you marry, how many kids you have, is a great power that is passive.
It's better than the vote. And it's a lot more fun. I just practice now. I don't make them anymore.
Oh, good. Is your wife calling? I think she's gonna.
No.
This thing's gonna come out of the phone.
The problem is I ain't got nobody to practice with. When you get to be my age, nothing works anymore.
Is that true, Jan the man? Is that true?
Yes,
He wasn't listening.
remarkably so.
He wasn't listening.
But seriously, that's why, because no, the Italians, I have Italian in me. I'm American blood.
I really feel the Italian.
Spanish, Italian, Irish, Scotch, German, French, Mexican, and indigenous.
Wow.
I'm just a mutt. I'm a back alley mutt. Okay, but the point that Torrero is a Spanish-Italian surname. But the point is, the Polish changed the way America looked. The Italians changed the way, the Irish, the Jewish faith changed the way America looked. Every cultural immigration changes. And did you know the largest immigration now going on are not Latinos, it's Asian people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they predict that within 10 to 15 years, Asian surnames are going to dwarf Latino surnames.
Wow.
10, 15 to 20 years. That's how many Asians are coming here. So America has always been the place to come.
Yeah.
And go after that freedom, that liberty, that dream. Like your family. And it's important to you because you had said once that as an immigrant child, you feel a responsibility.
Yeah, and my friends that are first generation Latinos, there's a responsibility to be successful. I mean, when you have a parent who illegally or legally did so much to get here and almost died, came here at the age of 16 by themselves with no parents in the desert, in the cold and in the hot heat, with no food, where they could have died. Both my parents, male and female. My mother was beautiful. I can't even imagine what she went through by herself.
Yeah.
Gets here, is able to put food on the table, is able to create business, what my parents did, and go through a divorce and crumble and then pick herself back up. And my mom's a boss. When I see that, I see my mother and I feel so tiny. And I'm like, I'll never match that. And it can dwarf your inner confidence a little bit. But my gratitude for everything she's done makes me like, I have to make it. Like, this makes me like emotional. I'm like,
is that your driving force?
yeah. Damn, man, you said I was gonna cry. I did. Yeah, that's my driving force. I'm like, man, I don't have children. I'm not married or anything. So my driving force is, I want my mom to retire this year. I want get to her job with a mariachi band and be like, she's out. Let's go. I mean, the strength of women, the strength of my mother, what they endure and what they can handle and by themselves. It's amazing.
What do you think about people that come here and try to freeload in America?
I think.
What are your feelings on that? Since you come from a very hard-working, sacrificing family, and you too with this dream, what do you think about people that just kind of come here to America and want to just shake things from us for granted?
Yeah, I have thought about that, and I find it, if that is true, how sad that you would risk your life and you would risk such danger and that you would leave your family behind to come do that. I don't know if that makes sense, and I don't see it, but if it happens, it's probably trauma-based. It's a hard country to make happen. I know a lot of people can come and fall into alcoholism or drug addiction but if we get into the role, right, as actors of this immigrant who leaves their town behind to come make it because there's no food in where they're from, or they gotta make it. The person that does that, I mean, it's a stretch because what a waste. You survived being killed, raped, beaten. You survived being seen as less than, so that you can freeload and not work your butt off once you get there. That story doesn't make sense to me.
I've been to 43 nations.
Yeah.
And 300 U.S. cities. And I got to tell you, and I've been to first world nations that they say first world, like England and France and Germany, etc. And I've been to third world nations, where they're still running around in grass skirts and loincloths. I mean, I've been there too. And I got to tell you something. When that plane lands at LAX, or anywhere in this country, I am so grateful for the things that I never thought about that I have, where other people would give their life to have the things that I just take for granted.
Yeah.
And when I see people taking things for granted, for me, it really bothers me tremendously. And it, like, you know, I see these guys and these gals selling flowers off the side of the freeway, the corner, or oranges or bananas or whatever. You know, I'll stop and they'll say, you know, you want a bag of oranges? I'll buy 10 bags of oranges.
Right.
Or I'll buy a bag of oranges and I'll give them $40
Right.
for their orange, right?
Yeah.
Because they're doing something.
Right.
But the guy is standing with the sign or gal, and she's got her kids out there, and she's got $200 sneakers on.
Yeah.
And they're begging for money to feed her kids. What is she teaching her kids? I would give her anything.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
and this country has the greatest opportunity for people to be who and what they want to be. It's just up to you.
Yeah.
And me.
Yeah. But first, I think this is why I love teaching. Teaching kids.
That's right. You're a teacher.
Above it all, yes, I'm a teacher. You got it. It comes from teaching. We teach empathy to children. So that you can see the other side. Acting teaches empathy.
Yeah.
You know, trauma does a lot, man, and therapy is really good for people. Talking things out. Art is really good for that because when you can see yourself in another, you have empathy, and they can see you in themselves. They can see themselves in you. All these gripes that we have, we take it as, you know what, that person's going through something. I'm not going to make their time harder. But you do defend yourself, right? More oftentimes than not, you look at people, even if they're mean and just low, despicable people, they're suffering, man. They're suffering from something that you cannot necessarily help them. And
you don't know their past.
You don't know. And I tell you this, you treat them with love, you will do more for them in that moment than any other person has ever done in their life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my advice to that. I don't know how to help or solve the world. I just know that it's a moment-to-moment case. It's not, I'm sorry, but it's not like, I'm going to vote the right way. Every way has to be the right way. It's not like, I'm going to protest. That's not for me. I mean, I'll do it because I think it's important. But like Gandhi said, man, it's you know, what are you doing? Where your mind is and how you treat everybody, it starts with you.
Oh, yeah.
It starts with you because if somebody's going to get an idea about Latinos through me, I'm the representative right there. You know, and I know stuff happens. I know stuff has happened to us, to my family, to me. But me harping on it is not going to get me ahead. So how do we take the juice out of what life has given us, that lemon, and make that lemonade? Because
throw a lot of sugar in it.
Throw a lot of sugar. Throw a lot of sugar.
A lot of sugar.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. There was a song, Brown Sugar, by the Rolling Stones.
Oh.
Rolling Stones, Dan the Man?
That's right, brown sugar.
That's right, yes. She's always kicking me in the side. That's Dan the Man, everybody. Hey, look at. So, tell me, if you can, when the Netflix new drama is coming out. Can you tell us the date that we can look forward to in the future, or you don't know yet?
I don't know.
But it's coming this year sometime.
Yes.
And I understand.
Sooner rather than later.
Isn't there something on Netflix right now, an app or an icon or something?
Oh yes, thank you. You can go on right now and add it to your watch list so that when it comes out,
you'll see it bang. Right.
Ready to go.
Isn't Netflix just crazy?
I love it.
I mean, isn't this technology crazy?
Yes. Yes, all this technology.
Yeah, and look at this. I mean, you know what I had to go through 35 years? I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. And you couldn't do this.
No. So much power. It is power.
Yeah, you couldn't. We got 3 cameras here. And it took me 20 minutes to set up. You know, you couldn't do this 35 years ago.
Does it make you think about the future?
You know, AI is coming.
That's scary.
It is.
Have you seen those dogs?
Yes, I have.
And those robot
How
cops?
about those DARPA dogs and DARPA robots that can jump 20 feet and run 75 miles
Is
an hour?
that footage real?
Oh, yes, it is.
So
Hey, look, I'm going to go down and sign up for Space Force. To the stars and forever. That's right. I want to. If I was a younger guy, I would sign up for Space Force.
Probably put stuff on you in like a transformer and you push a button and ready to go.
You know, my mind just went right into the gutter.
I saw it. Train of trash. Right?
No, I'm too old for that. Thank you very much. I'll leave that to my son. He's a CrossFit pro.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Oh, he is.
Yeah, and compare and he can do that.
Oh man. No. I love cross training.
Dining with the Stars with Brenda Banda. I love the name, Brenda Banda.
Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire. But is your middle name start with a B?
I don't have a middle name.
Because that would be like Triple B.
Yeah.
But,
my mother's side of the family, which are Greek through an
Oh,
affair.
really?
It's Behi, so my whole name would be Brenda Banda Behi. So there is a triple B, but that's not my middle name. I don't have a middle name.
That's fantastic. You know, good things are going to happen for you in the future.
Thank you.
You're going to launch off of this production that's happening for you that we can't talk about that much because that's how it is. You know, they don't want the studios and stuff. They want you to talk about it when it's happening, not before, because they never know when it's going to go on for real or when it's done or what they're going to do with it. But that's going to be real exciting for you. And what I've read about it, I think it's right on the spot in terms of timing and a topic that's can hit so many different cultural bases.
I think too for the elections, it might be like make people go,
Yeah.
rethink things.
Well, I hope they rethink things in California because they pay a lot of taxes here, and I sure do.
Yeah.
But you don't want to get me talking about politics because.
After the cameras, we'll talk.
Oh Lord. Look at I know how to start a party with my mouth.
Yeah.
But I also know how to wreck a party with my politics.
Yeah, I bet.
I thought about starting a business like that. Hire Jesse T. He'll start your party and have a great time. And then when you order your guests to leave, hire him back. He'll kill all your guests and drive them out.
That sounds like a plan. Everything is needed. You have to find what you're useful at and go with it.
Yeah.
I'll be your manager for that.
Will you?
Yeah. I'm making money. I'm in money phase.
Money phase.
I'm in
now.
money phase.
You're in Central LA phase.
That's right.
You need to get the hustle going.
Yeah.
So where's your hustle going to take you 5 years from now? Give me a dream.
Oh man.
Give me a dream. Come on. I'm going to be at the Academy Awards on February 9th. So give me a dream.
I love it. I want to produce my own content. I have ideas to produce content that's uplifting and that helps people kind of see the world through that empathy. I have a fitness show that I started on IGTV.
Get out of here. IGTV? Really?
Yeah, so that to
You
inspire
have to
people.
teach me how to get on IGTV.
Oh,
Show.
oh, I will.
Okay.
So fun. And I want to have my own show, be a star of my own show, and do some blockbusters. I'm like really trying to get fit. It's so hard to create muscle, but look,
That's not bad. Come on. What are you talking about?
just do some Terminator
MMA, hit some heavy bags,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Elbows,
I started
That's what you got to
training
do.
boxing.
Start doing some kicking.
Yeah.
You really, if you want to get fit and burn,
Yeah.
boxing.
Oh, I'm good because I'm doing that.
That because you got to train.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get gassed really fast.
Yeah.
Your arms and legs are gone.
Yeah.
And then you might want to roll around from there and do some MMA or some jiu-jitsu or some.
As long as I don't get hit in the face.
Yeah, right. You're not going to go to fight. Training and
But just
fighting
in
are
case
two
in the
different
streets.
things. Well, it's always good. There's two things to do in the street: fight or run. I happen to run really fast.
I don't. I'm going to fight.
Well,
I'm going to
there was a time I would fight, but I've gotten older and things are a little bit slower. Seriously, you have these epiphanies as you get older.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like you probably have an epiphany at some point in your life already.
Yep.
And so,
As I'm training, I'm like, what is this body? I used to be able to run. And it's like, well, it's been a while.
Oh, I know. I do know that feeling.
Yeah.
But fitness is important.
Yes, it is.
Nutrition is important.
Yes, it is.
Positive thinking is important.
Yes, it is.
Driving towards your dream is important.
Yes, it gives you purpose.
Filling your life with something that you're interested in doing,
Yeah.
and then helping others along the way.
Yeah.
That's a magic case right there.
Happiness.
That's what it is. Really, that's all it is. When you read back some of the great philosophers like Seneca, and you read back at Socrates and Plato, and you read some, and they were saying this stuff 5,000 years ago.
Right.
4,000 years ago.
Amazing.
They were saying the same
Same
things. Yeah,
Those-
same things.
All those quotes, all those memes on Instagram are from like thousands of years ago.
Thousands of years ago. This has been handed down from generation to generation. So they might have had something right, huh?
Yeah.
So you just got to believe it and do that. Do you do a lot of reading?
I used to do a lot of reading. I've learned enough, but I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, and I'm actually looking for a book to read because it just.
Are you a fiction reader, or are you a mechanical doer?
I mean, if it's a fiction reader, if it's like a really good story, like I used to love all the Da Vinci Code type of series. Man, so 2:30 in the morning until I couldn't. I was like, eh. But I'm like a documentary girl, and I like learning stuff. And if it's on philosophy or stuff like that, or of ancient philosophers, or theoretical physics or quantum physics, like that stuff, because that's the makeup of our world.
Right.
It's like this is our micro world, and that is our macro world. That's our micro world. You understand that, and it gives you a glimpse.
Helps your acting too.
Yeah.
Gets you deeper.
Yeah, man.
Deeper into that part that you have to be that person. You understand. Oh, okay. This is quantum physics, or this is philosophy, or this is religion, or whatever. It makes it deeper for you.
To take and make your own.
Open up a window here or there, right?
Yeah.
That seatbelt is shut so the public doesn't get too much air.
Yeah, exactly. But that makes life delicious, right? Like creating your life.
Say that again.
That makes life delicious.
Oh, God.
You know, I like. Oh, look,
delicious.
they're asking if we want dessert, but no, I don't.
You want dessert?
I don't.
And Dan the man, you want dessert?
No, thank you.
You want dessert?
No. You know what I did on the way here?
What'd you do? 31
Confession.
Confession time. Wait a minute. What
a foodie. I drove here and I saw 7-Eleven and they have those pink donuts.
Oh, you had a pink donut.
Yup.
Oh, no.
That's how I go.
Do it, man.
That's how I do it. No, it's balanced. I'm not.
Keep
balanced.
talking. Keep talking. The
Balanced.
last dozen pink donuts I had, I said, it's balanced. That's right.
It's balanced.
Balanced here and maybe fall over. That's right.
If there's a hurricane, we'll stay put. We'll stay put.
The truth, right?
I enjoyed that donut too, man. It was good. I did.
Did you like your meal?
I did. It was delicious.
TERASUSHI, everybody, 11940 here on Ventura Boulevard. Patricia was our waitress. She served us some great stuff to eat. Dining with the Stars, of course. We've got more programs like this coming up on the Jesse T Show. And what is happening for you next? What is the next thing you're doing right now? You might be reading a script, you might be doing, but what's the next thing that you're doing?
We just finished a pilot, a cop drama pilot with a great group, and they're going to pitch it. It might get picked. There's very great possibilities, so I'm hoping that is something I'll be doing next. My fitness show, I continue to do that. And just,
A lot of weights, or is it functional fitness?
well, different. I cater the show and the day of the workout to the entertainer that I'm interviewing or whatever. And whatever they do, we try it out. And like I had somebody who loves to salsa dance, so we worked out, and then he taught us how to salsa dance.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun. I didn't know how. I feel embarrassed. I don't know. I know. But he taught me real quick. I learned it real fast. So.
I learned a few basic things.
It was very basic.
Yeah. Don't step on my feet.
Yeah, I think I did good. Yeah.
Good. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, and then waiting on this show to drop so I can watch it.
Well, I'm waiting on the show to drop so we can talk about it. That's for sure. All right. Hey, thanking Espada Public Relations for hanging out with us here tonight and providing us a beautiful, talented, and woman who's just got so many great things happening for her in her life, coming here in a very quick future, and worked so hard to get things started, and a little bit of positive energy. She's going a mile a minute, and she's got this cool thing that's going to drop sometime this year on Netflix, and she's got these other programs. You got to check her out. This girl is climbing her way to the stars, and I'm going to see her someday at the Golden Globes or the Academy or something like that, and she knows she's going to do. She's going to give me a big kiss right here. That's what she's going to do. Right.
Yes.
Right. Or I'll take $20 instead.
Wow, it's going to be hard to decide.
Hey, I'm cheap and easy. I always have been. The Jesse T Show here every Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock, right here on KTNT Radio and TV Network. Of course, 25 social media TV networks. Banging out right now on Facebook Live, about ready to go to YouTube. We had Instagram going live for an hour, and about 20 other places. So it's good to have you along with us, and we appreciate you always joining and hanging out. Dining with the Stars, a new segment that we're doing here. And Danny, man, what's up, buddy?
I'm in shape.
Get in here. You gotta get in the
You gotta
camera.
hunch over.
I'm in shape. Round is a shape.
It is. It is a very holy, holistic, beautiful shape. It is.
I can't top that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, look at the muscles.
Right.
Yeah, I like it. The Jesse T Show. Jesse T, me. Can't help but being who I am. I know who you are. So be who you are and be it right, okay? That's all I ask. Be it right and be it true. And you'll have a sky so blue. All right? The Brown Beauty is off duty. See ya! Boom!